Welcome back to another episode of Ronick Talk. Now I'm going to be getting into some NBA. Super excited. The season began. Miami Heat, as you guys know, rough start. I believe they're 1-3 right now. Still have high hopes. Championship caliber team. No more PJ Tucker, but picked up a lot of young guys. Obviously, we didn't do that well in free agency. However, this video is not going to be about the Miami Heat. I'm just simply going to express the teams that I am excited to watch this season and in the regular season specifically, and who I think is going to be up at the top. Obviously, our Miami Heat were at the 1 seed last year. Here's the way I look at it. I'm excited for our team, but we're definitely not going to be the 1 seed again in the East. However, I do think we're going to make some noise and we're going to figure some things out as the season progresses. I am predicting for us Miami Heat, I'd say a 5th or 6th seed in the Eastern Conference in terms of regular season wins. That can obviously, my opinion, can change over time. After the first 4 games, obviously, there's some kinks that we need to work out, but we're definitely going to get back in rhythm and take the lead by storm again. Obviously, right now they are halftime. They're actually winning against the Portland Trailblazers. So, everything looks good for the Miami Heat. But, as I said, I'm expecting a 5th, 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, and I'm not ecstatic about watching our Miami Heat this year, but I am excited for what we're going to do because I know that we are a force to be reckoned with. However, I got a football and a basketball video. There's a lot of interesting moves that have been made. Honestly, let me start out with the top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference outside of my Miami Heat that I am excited for. Number 1, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm very intrigued about what Donovan Mitchell is going to bring to the table. Honestly, I'm upset that we weren't able to get him in the offseason. I don't know who we would have traded him for. However, I do think Donovan Mitchell would have solidified our NBA Finals experience, assuming all health is good. But these Cleveland Cavaliers, they're young, they're explosive, they're going to be super fun to watch. Big fan of Donovan Mitchell. Definitely number 1 on my list in the Eastern Conference, right? Number 2. It pains me to say this, and I don't know if I'm more excited to watch them or I'm more scared to play against them. Obviously, we played them in the first game of the season, but the Boston Celtics. I am a huge Malcolm Brogdon fan. Very upset that he went to the Boston Celtics. However, Boston got the pieces they needed to, and they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. Noah Vonleh has been playing extremely well in the center position, and he's been coming off getting some early touches, early minutes. Malcolm Brogdon's obviously coming off the bench, and they get Jaylen Brown back, get Jason Tatum back. Still have their core leadership and Marcus Smart and Al Horford, and they're going to be up there. I probably am assuming that the Celtics will get the number 1 or 2 seed heading into this postseason. Regarding health is all good, and we will have to face them in order to get to the finals unless somebody else takes them down. And number 3 in the Eastern Conference that I am most excited to see is honestly the Atlanta Hawks. No, I'm not excited to see the Nets, to be honest with you. The Sixers, I don't see much changing with them, but I'm very intrigued to see this DeJounte Murray Atlanta Hawks team paired alongside Trae Young and John Collins. I think they're definitely going to be making some moves this season and be a fun, explosive team to watch. Obviously, some other fun teams, the Charlotte Hornets, are fun to watch. The Magic got some young players, but they're not going to really do anything. I'm just trying to think of all the other possible teams in the East. It's kind of same old, same old. You know, you got the Sixers, you got the Nets, you got the Celtics, you got the Heat, you got the Cavs, you got the Hawks. I'll just have to kind of watch, see how the NBA goes. In the Western Conference, most excited team I am wanting to watch, obviously, is the Golden State Warriors. The way they move the ball is absolutely phenomenal. They're coming off a championship. They're ready for the season. They had the Draymond Green incident. They lost a couple players. Gary Payton the second went to Portland. That's a great pickup for Portland. But the Golden State Warriors, I'm very interested to see after this whole situation and the Draymond Green thing going down, how they're able to bounce back from that. And I honestly don't think that Draymond is going anywhere. I know there've been talks about him going to the Lakers. Obviously, you know, him embarrassing Jordan Poole on that leaked video isn't pretty, and I don't know how Jordan Poole is going to react. But I do honestly think that it's something that is going to fuel them to a championship. You always talk about these championship teams. Obviously, the Chicago Bulls back in the day, they got into fights. You think about the New England Patriots, even though they didn't win the Super Bowl against the Giants. They had all these pieces with the chips on their shoulder and wanting to win a championship. Same thing with the 2016 Cleveland Cavaliers. And, just a lot of these championship teams, they have a story. And I just think this is another part of the Golden State Warriors story. And I will be excited to see how they attempt to defend their title this season. Number 2, Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, super excited to watch him. Young, explosive dude. Very intrigued about the Rudy Gobert piece and everything they're doing down there with 2 bigs. So I am very intrigued into how this Minnesota Timberwolves team will be operating throughout the season. Third, I guess it would have to be the Memphis Grizzlies. Very intrigued about them. Obviously, they've got some hunger. They're coming after the Warriors. They're coming after the Suns. They're coming after the West. They're young. They're hungry. They're explosive. Ja Morant is leading by storm again. They're a great defensive team. So I'd have to say Memphis Grizzlies, number 3. If I were to have an honorable mention, I'd say the New Orleans Pelicans. Obviously, Zion's back, and CJ McCollum down there with the leadership. My guy Trey Murphy out of Virginia, he's going to continue to develop into a star. We'll just see how it goes from there. So those are kind of my top teams that I'm interested in watching. Obviously, you got the Lakers. It just seems like a repetitive story with them, even though I am a huge LeBron fan. They're not going to do anything. The Phoenix Suns, they got something to prove. From the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're definitely going to be up there. Obviously, they won the championship 2 years ago. I didn't mention them in the top teams, but they're definitely going to be in the top teams. I forgot to mention them and Giannis, but nothing's really new about them. They're just coming back to play. Feel like it's going to be a great season. We'll see how this Heat game turns out tonight against Portland. Portland is undefeated. We'll try to hand them their first loss, and that'll be it for me. So peace out. Ronick Talk. Subscribe, comment, like, Let's get it. You already know the vibes.